Fashun&Tings podcast. So, another episode 2, Fashun&Tings podcast. And my name Big Swizz, bro. Come on, G.
Big Swizz.
Big Swizz, the most jiggy, big jigger that you ever meet is out there right now. Or just guy, period. One of the coolest guys is out there is this guy called Swizz, bro. Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
I'm saying, but we there, on this Fashun&Tings podcast. This is what we're doing today, bro.
Right.
Come on, then.
Yeah.
Got my man's Big Wiz. Wisdom.
F baby.
I'm saying, Wiz Juice on
Fashion.
Instagram if you don't know.
You know,
Get me.
that's right. Wiz
My boy Wiz is
Juice.
here. And I got my boy CJ, my brother, man. This is one of my best friends in this world, period.
Oh, great, baby.
I'm
You
saying,
already know
every
what it
day,
is,
huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Feel
At
me?
Heartbreak, if you ever need to find me.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, like, my name comes up, like, right here.
That's right.
Is my name gonna come up right here on the
It's
screen?
gonna come right there.
Right there on the
Exactly,
screen.
yeah.
Exactly. You heard
Find
him.
me.
Trust.
Wow.
Every day, and today's episode
It's
is
plenty.
about, Rich.
Oh.
We got Big Rich here with us.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
saying,
I love
this
his
is
face.
literally
Bro,
my
please,
brother.
Can you
my
come
blood
closer to
brother.
the camera so we can see your
Every
face?
day,
Yeah.
I'm saying, this guy's a
You
blood.
know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Really
man.
talented to my 70s.
Hey, that's
I came
see
from
the
it. Look like a
blazer.
boss
You
today.
gotta see the
Like
blazer.
the denim
Hey, bro,
blazer,
can we get a
all
zoom in on
black
the blazer,
fit.
bro?
I can
Can we
vibe
get a
with
zoom in
this.
on the
Got the
blazer?
Chelsea boots, man.
So,
Coming to the
rundown. We got a
See
70s
you, man, outfit.
jean jacket, blazer type of situation. Nobody doing it like that, you know.
Talk to him.
Big lapels on
Fashion.
the 70s.
That's right.
The
You heard the
70s
name.
blazer.
All black.
We got the from the first boots, quality leather.
Yeah.
With the snake skin.
You know, just very
It's in the
70s
blood.
vibes.
It's
You
in the
see
stitches.
little
Say.
subtle little diamonds on here.
That's right.
The McQueens on the shades,
my
you know.
guy.
Can't let these
That's all
haters
I
see my
hear.
eyes, you know.
Thank you, man. That's a fit right there, bro. This is how we coming today, man.
It's a
Come
lifestyle.
on, man. Today's episode is about models versus influencers. Who do you think has a better opportunity? Who do you think has a better outlook on things? What would you rather be, a model or an influencer? These are the questions, man.
It's so funny because like
I feel like this is a touchy subject.
it is a touchy subject. It's funny because in the beginning, like when influencers first started like coming out, probably like I would say 5 to 7 years ago,
Right.
like when they got branded, they were like nobody wanted to be an influencer. It was like if you
Right.
were a model and somebody called you influencer, they spitting in your face.
Right.
It's like I'm never getting a job again. This is crap, like you know. And I feel like it's flipped within like the last few years. Not necessarily that models want to be influencers, but it's not looked at as bad, number one. And it's really not that bad altogether. Like you get your own control over like your content, what you want to make, how you want to make it. It's not necessarily somebody using you as a mannequin and dressing you up however they see fit. Like you
Right.
literally get to be like, well, I want to work with this company. I want to work with that company and pay me my money. So for me, I say a little bit of both. Best of both worlds. I don't know if I can separate it.
Yeah?
Because I still like to be like utilized in a way from other people's ideas and visions.
Right.
While I also like to control how I want to create some art. Like you ain't gonna tell me how to create everything, but some things I want to see how you would see me.
Yeah,
You know
see
what I'm
the
saying?
ideas you got. Let me see what you got.
I shot
Put me in
for
some shit.
ID magazine one time
Okay.
as a model,
Right.
and you know they had me in like this interesting gown and it, like crazy like hair. And
Wow.
It was a whole interesting experience, right?
Different experience.
Crazy. Hopefully I could just flash
I'm
the photo
saying.
up.
By the way, CJ's a model, a photographer, a poet, and a worldwide just a dope artist as a human being, man. CJ's cool as shit.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm saying,
That's deep.
and he's from
That's
New
deep.
York, and they are in New York doing this, man. So when he says he modeled for ID, this is real life stuff, bro.
Yeah.
He had to get dressed up In a what did you say, bro?
A motherfucking gown.
In a gown?
Which is interesting because it's like, I don't think, my background is Jamaican. And we don't really.
Men don't really wear gowns and stuff like that.
You don't get to really experiment or
Jamaica, no.
explore with much fashion, let alone just like being like different characters and stuff. And as a straight man, like, you get so many different questions and stuff like that. Nothing bad. Like I can answer any question, but it's just sometimes if you don't have enough confidence or enough support, you start to question yourself. So it's just an interesting thing to keep diving yourself into these places to where you can keep asking yourself questions, because it's not a negative thing. You got to be able to give yourself all the answers that you came to this earth for, you know?
Right.
That's awesome. Bro.
Maza. Oga.
Thank you for that knowledge.
Wisdom, how far? What do you think
Man.
about models versus influencers? What you did?
Man, it's deep for me.
What you
man.
did? Deep in.
I could tell you stories, bro. Bless you.
Thank you. 2 words. 2 words.
You know, no disrespect to, you know, the models, shout out to them, but me personally, I never really saw myself as a model. I love taking pictures, I love expressing myself, you get what I'm saying? But I don't want to put myself in that bracket as far as a model, because I feel like if I'm a model, I'm gonna be restricted. Based off, I have to go off what somebody tells me to do or whatever. So with that being said, I'd rather be an influencer because that's what I'm here for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to inspire before I expire. You get what I'm saying? With that being said, with me being an influencer, I feel like there's still nothing wrong with me, you know, being a face of a magazine or being a face of a fashion, a high luxury fashion brand. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no, I feel like that needs to be stopped as far as like, I don't have to be a model. Like, I don't have to have my beard shaved up.
But to get there as an influencer,
just to be,
with your face in a magazine
in
as
front
an
of a
influencer,
magazine.
you gotta
You
put
know
in
what
the
I'm
work,
saying?
bro.
Like, nah.
It's a lot of work that goes into.
So with that being said, I'm here to stop that. Remember that. Wisdom.
Are you gonna put in the
Wizzy
work?
baby.
So you
This
said
wisdom
you
This
want
is
to
a lifestyle.
modeling?
Say that again?
You want to eradicate modeling. You don't.
Correct.
You don't want it to exist anymore.
Well, not necessarily exist, because to me, that's what it is. To you, it could be something else. Modeling is what modeling is to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not here to take that away from you, but what I'm here to do is to make others like myself, you know, feel comfortable.
I totally
You get what I'm saying?
I
As to,
disagree,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Want to come out
Completely
there
disagree.
and okay, cool. I don't have to shave my beard just to, you know, want to, you know,
I think you should shave your beard and you should look clean
pursue
for
being
the
in front of
runway.
the camera.
It's the
Don't get
runway.
it twisted, and it's
There's
so crazy I'm
respect that
saying
comes
that
with the
because
runway.
I'm a person who don't like to be, I like to switch up.
Yeah.
Meaning, I don't like to stick with the same style too long.
Too long, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I
Hey,
think-
I'm currently growing my hair out. I don't do that.
Do that, yeah.
Because I usually start that like
My head
3
is
months
not
in, I
really
cut my
grown,
hair
so
off.
good
But
for
now I'm actually growing my hair out. And with the beard, I'm actually
Well
doing that
done.
as well
Well
because
done, you did try.
That's one of the things that the main things, because there's things that you can like and don't like about, I think, any industry. One of the main things I don't like about modeling is not as malleable, and it's from like higher ups that ain't as fly as me. Like you ain't never been, you know what I'm saying? And not to be disrespectful, it's just like this is a thing that I live. Like I live art, you know.
Right.
It's art on me at all times. It's
all
like
times,
I feel it in my soul. Like I love it. Like I live and breathe to create. But when you have people telling you like, oh, you don't fit this because this or that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the typical model.
Correct.
Like the supermodels, but like I've worked like a supermodel.
Correct.
Right.
And I could be defined as that.
So much
however
work
I
that
want.
you
Like,
done.
you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But like one of my closest friends, he's essentially the typical like real skinny, lenient supermodels, and he works some amazing gigs, getting like $40,000 to $100,000 campaigns. Beautiful, you know. I'm so happy for him.
My dog.
But the amount of changes some people like that have to do just to fit in that industry I think it teaches us to like almost deteriorate ourselves.
Isn't that crazy, CJ?
Yeah.
They say you could be whatever you want to be, right?
Yeah.
But why is it that when I feel like I am what I want to be, it doesn't fit to your standards?
It's wild. It's wild. It's more about control, to be honest. You start doing everything you want when you want it, and then they're just like, they can't control you. You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you exactly what to do, how to do it. You know, it's a lot of industry things that they want to
they can't control you,
be
bro.
able to get more money out of you.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So yeah,
How do you
that being
feel
said, I'd
about
rather be an
models
influencer.
versus influencers, Rich?
I personally think that there's a, like, if you're able to find a balance in between both of them, it's literally the sweet spot. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Because I've had people where it's like, I've seen it, and they're treated differently. If you have a different amount of, like, a certain amount of followers on Instagram, you're treated differently. Like, for example, like, I love this guy to death. It's like Alton Mason, for example. Like,
Yeah.
wonderful model, but at the end of the day, like, he can do practically anything he wants. And you can tell too, you can tell by the demeanor, you can tell by, like, basically, he's not really controlled by his agency just because he does have that name behind him. It's like, he's Alton, like, Mason, like, he's Alton Mason, so it's like,
Yeah, ultimately, do what the fuck.
like 600K, I think, on Instagram. So it's like, he can do what he wants. Like, you see him doing flips on the runway, like, crazy stuff. But it's like,
Still a model.
he's gotten to a different, he's still a top model. So basically,
Right.
it's just, if you're able to find that sweet spot to where it's like you can do both,
Really and
it's
truly, bro.
really ideal.
The sweet spot. Okay, so how do I feel about
Yeah.
How you feel?
No, Swizz, please.
models versus influencers, bro?
I think you at the sweet spot, to be honest.
Right. You are a model. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's obvious.
When I first started, yeah, people were like, this guy's an influencer for sure. All that work that I do with ASOS was influencer stuff for sure. But it's really cool, man. But I think at the end of the day, it felt like I was giving so much of my own self away. And this is my life, literally. I'll go on trips and all this stuff and I'll, like, post it. And I'm like, I don't want to be in that space, honestly. I feel like as a model, you could just literally do your work, get paid, and go home.
Wow.
And whenever your work comes out, you celebrate and you post that.
Yeah.
And you're chilling. Rather than as an influencer, it's more on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis, checking in, trying to constantly keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in that.
That's a big thing.
Like, but honestly, really and truly, for your shit to be successful, that's your best route. Post your stuff. This is you in person doing what you're doing. And you have to do that consistently, doing cool shit. It takes a lot of keeping up.
So much fucking work.
It takes a lot of keeping up. I'm like, am I really interested in doing this? And you'll blow up, obviously,
Yeah.
because it's cool shit. There's a few people in this whole world that are doing cool shit.
Yeah.
I'm saying. So if you want to do that, good for you. But I didn't think that was gonna be my
Here's-
route.
But, you know, I
so
feel like
just be a model.
something we gotta, also, like, point out is, what are you doing it for?
True.
Are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for, you know what I'm saying? Because really, when you're doing it for yourself, that's really when you find the drive to want to be consistent, to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
turn it into a lifestyle. Like, as it is for yourself,
Right.
I believe yourself, CJ, it is for myself, and for you, Chisholm,
No,
too.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that the biggest compliments people always give me is, like, how you're so consistent with the
Correct.
work that you do. Because I'm
Correct.
dropping bangers
And not
back
giving
to
a
back
fuck.
to back. Ask him, bro. I'm like, it's like
Man.
late at night. I'm making outfits. It's like 4 a.m.
Always
It's like,
working.
but I love what I do, and it's like the days there I'm just like, oh, I have time to chill. I never really chill because I'm just like, I could be doing something right now, you know. I can be like, I have so much fun doing it, but it's like, it's really amazing, and I love doing it. But
Yeah.
a thing that you said as well, where it's like you have to keep up. I think it's not necessarily true, it depends on who you are as a person and what the premise of what you've created for yourself online is, right?
True.
It's like, if you're, like, I've seen people do the two different opposite. It's like, you're just this guy who always goes out and parties, this and that. Like, you have to keep up that persona.
Right.
But if you never made that persona in the first place, where I love making the fits already. I just let y'all see. That's it. Like, that's
You know
just the way I
what's
see it.
interesting to me? I think the reason why Swizz and I have like a smaller, different perspective on this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like I feel like we've gone viral a lot with our videos or a thing like that, and that shit is the most taxing shit ever. Cause same thing with me. Like, I love creating regardless, and I wish I could just create sometimes and not post. But like, your mind kind of plays tricks on you when you see like the numbers, and you're like, oh, I'm actually doing like. Every time I went viral, I started using TikTok. Every time I went viral, anything over like 200,000 eyes on it, or like likes, or whatever, however you measure it out. Yeah, shares somehow. Like, I stopped touching it for like 2-3 months. And it's really because it's like people start to expect those things out of you so often, so much. And it's like, sometimes I don't want to do that. And then you realize like you kind of base a lot of that living on that after a while too. Like, you don't supplement it with nothing else. Like, I'm a freelance artist. I don't have any other funds coming in other than my artwork, right? So then when you realize, oh shit, like this is funding me, and then you start using that to supplement yourself, if you don't do it smart and like have other things around you, then as soon as you don't want to do that, it's like, oh shit, I need to do this.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trapped in my own thing, right?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is like, well, where's your fashion video? And I'm like, life just happened. Like, my pops just got in an accident. I don't want to do no video to that. You know what I'm saying?
Fashion video.
Yeah.
I don't want to do no fashion video. I want to live my life, but I need to do it because, shit, rent is due.
But I feel like that's where the love for your shit actually comes in.
Of course.
How much you care about it.
Of course.
If it's something that you really like, even regardless of whatever the fuck is going on in life, you still create. I'm like, my own issue now is, I now still do all this shit, but do I actually record? Do I actually create and actually put this down? I know regardless of the fact, I know that I'm working. Yeah. But I don't have no cootie around me. I have nobody who's gonna get my shit across. I'm saying, I don't have nobody around to get my shit across. But I'm like, the whole point is, if you're working at it,
like, you know,
still.
This is a lifestyle, but you know, how can I constantly, you know, when I have a live going on, is, you know, aside from inspiring people and posting online, you get what I'm saying? It's just like, how do I get creative? How do I, like you were just saying, how do I record myself? Like, how do I set the camera? Is the lighting good? Right. You know what I'm saying? Are you getting the message across like clearly and things like that? So it's just like, it's a lot, man.
It's all purpose, bro. Yeah. But yeah, if you have that purpose.
So what's your purpose, Swizz?
My purpose is to put out positivity in the world through whatever means I can. Yeah. Through whatever means.
Whatever means. What about you, Wiz?
Personally, I feel my purpose here, it's to inspire men with confidence and enrich them with confidence as well.
You do walk with a lot of confidence. I give you that. I love it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, but it's a thing, like, I don't really care about
life in the flesh,
what the next man doing or what the next man thinks. You know what I'm saying? It's more about how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Energy.
It's that peace of mind. That's what I'm here to bring to the world.
This guy's a Nigerian boy. I don't know why he's stuck in that house. I look like just
break out of their shell. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable with how they feel.
Boy,
it ain't wrong to feel sexy. You know, as a guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel sexy all the time when I drink. When I walk on the street. You heard?
Not the lip bite. Did y'all see that? Yeah.
This guy showing yourself hurt.
You know what you
bro.
think your purpose is, brother CJ?
My purpose. Well, I mean, I feel like I have a few purposes, but specifically within like the fashion influencer realm, I would like to bring like a calmness to people, number one. And number two, for men, I want them to explore themselves. Specifically men, but everybody explore themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think men, especially immigrant men, are boxed in. You know, we can't mess up the dream that we had created for us. Right. So it's like we have to live on this stringent path to be able to like bring life and future to our families, and it's a lot of pressure. So a lot of people don't want to step out of that box and explore themselves because they feel like as soon as you step out, it's game over. Right. But it's not. As soon as you step out, you realize there ain't no such thing as game over until you say it's game over. And like the way how fast the world is now, as soon as something happens, people forget because there's another like viral thing that happens, another thing that happens. So that should be even more cushion to let you know you could do whatever the fuck you want.
Do whatever you want, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
The world is literally
travel, you know what I'm saying? Wear a suit, put on a goddamn long ass skirt, like
the world is yours.
Put on some like cool ass hair.
Don't limit yourself.
Braid your shit, grow your shit,
go
cut
harder,
your shit.
go
like,
forward.
Do whatever you want in life, and that's all I want. Because you know what? Out of all of that exploration, you find something new, and that new might be something to help the world, help somebody else live a better life. You know?
Mm-hmm. Shake it.
Awesome.
Awesome. Rich. What's your purpose in this life?
Yeah.
Chuka, what's your purpose in this life, in this world?
Talk to me.
What's your purpose?
As much as I like to do a lot of talking,
what do you think your purpose is?
Listen, observe.
Rich is.
I don't really think I have a specific purpose, but it's like I just think that I'm just here, and I'm just like living and just practically here to just enjoy just everything around me. Because overall, I've built a very and I'm so thankful for it. I've built like great friends, family, just people who are around me, and I'm like happy to where it's like I can give off the same energy to people who I just usually meet. Like I met a couple of friends that I haven't seen in 8th, 7th grade, but it's a whole bunch of, we had a talk. It was like, I didn't leave there till like 3 o'clock. We were just like talking, and I was just like basically
wait till 3 o'clock.
Saying, I was just chilling. A couple of friends of mine. But
what?
We were just like talking and chilling, and they were just like, "Oh, I really appreciate the advice that you gave me." But I wasn't even trying to give advice. It was just like me just talking from different experiences that I've learned over the past, or like just people have taught me. Because I think that's the best way to ever learn. It's just through people. School hasn't really taught me a lot to where it's like I can just keep that in my head. Everything I've truly learned I've kept in my head is just through people. And I was that night, I was able to change a lot of people's like perspective on a lot of stuff, because they were texting me like my perspective changed. I'm going back to like Houston, and I'm like going crazy on everything that I have to do. I'm just like, I was just talking. I wasn't really like doing anything. It's just stuff that I knew that I just said. Like
New York will do that,
and it helped it.
Right. Yeah. So you're thinking like your purpose is practically like, you know, just more like giving advices and, you know, like helping out when, you know, people are around you, you know.
Yeah, putting a smile on people's faces. I would say I'm a funny guy, you know.
You're
a pretty funny guy, you know. But
you really are.
I've always done that for people around me, and they've always done that for me as well. It's like we shared the joy, you know, and it's helped me throughout a lot of stuff. Just
even though you can find define that purpose now, mm-hmm. I like what you initially said too, in regards to saying like my purpose is just to enjoy life.
Right.
Like I don't think everybody needs at every point in their life to be like, yeah, I'm a fucking savior.
I'm doing this.
I'm about to like Muhammad Ali or Malcolm X this shit out.
That's facts.
Nah, let me just enjoy. Like,
Sometimes
we've been
it's-
through so much.
It's okay to figure it out.
We've been through so much. It's still are going through so much.
It's
You know
okay
what I'm
to
saying?
figure it out, man. I'm saying.
Why
That's
can't
a
we just
fact.
enjoy ourselves?
That's a fact.
On cruise, bro.
What you got on your eyes again? Tell them. What you got on your eyes?
Shit.
Queens, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the hater
Alexander.
blockers.
You got
The hater blockers.
Alexander.
That boy see different.
But I don't know. It's just I've gotten in a really like good headspace where I don't think a lot about stuff. I just kind of just relax and do what I need to do. Like I have a lot on my plate right now, and a lot of people are like, "How do you manage to do all this stuff?" Because I have school. Like I do, like I have probably like 3 classes that I keep up with constantly. I'm there every single day, an hour trip to school every single day. But it's like I'm doing all that stuff. I'm working. I'm like doing all this like social media stuff, but it doesn't even feel like just at some point in my life I made it a switch to where it's like life doesn't really have to be hard if you find a way to enjoy the little like stuff out of stuff that you do. Even whenever I work, like I'm working 6-hour shifts, but it's like the people around me, I'm able to just like talk to them, just have different interactions with people, and I don't see it as stressful anymore. Like you can be like a 6-hour shift. A lot of people where I think where it gets to a problem is whenever you're like, oh, I hate this job, I hate everything about it, and then you don't open your mind up to the good things that are happening around that job at the time. It's like I'm there for 6 hours, but I'm having conversations with different people. Like who knows who's gonna walk into that place one of these days, and then I have a good conversation with them, and it changes my life, you know?
Yeah.
So I just really enjoy everything that I do. Try and make the best out of everything I do, even though sometimes I don't like it at the moment. It will pass.
It will pass. Tell you that much. Damn.
I just can't do that.
What happened, Wiz? What happened, Wiz?
What did I do again, though? Why are you laughing, bro? This guy's a bad man, bro. Why are you guys laughing? What did I do? I'll give this guy back upstairs, man. What's going on here? But nice one, man. Heard you. Models versus influencers. You guys start talking about your purpose and all those kind of things.
Model versus influencers.
Models versus influencers.
I think
It was
the
deep.
sweet spot would be called like a freelance model in a sense, right? So you can basically do whatever you want.
Oh,
And that's where
freelance.
that's the goal for me. You can do whatever you want and still be able to
oh,
get
you
into
should.
those little spaces of like modeling and all that stuff.
have a photo shoot and a video. You have a photo shoot.
Do that, though.
I'm saying.
And then post that shit on TikTok. That
Both
shit gets
joints.
hard.
Influencer, and I just gave you some modeling.
That'll be
Fuck
hard.
that.
Talk to him.
Get
Can't say
me.
straight, baby.
Get me.
Nah, yeah.
But all them things there is another one. Episode 2, Jiggy Podcast, Fashun&Tings. Get me.
Oh, by
My
the
name
way,
Big Swizz.
my name Wisdom, straight from New York,
Yeah.
Yeah?
live.
Live. We live in
Well,
New
you gotta
York,
plug
baby.
in where
and
we
we
at.
had my boy
Oh, yeah,
CJ
me and bro.
for this episode. Thank you so much, CJ.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
saying
you.
big love, big love, big love. Rich, any last words,
course.
bro?
Just
said
chump
a lot
life.
today,
Chump
bro.
life.
Chump life.
Chump life. That's
Although you
it.
gotta plug in where we at.
Yeah, we gotta plug in Moyo, bro. Shout out Moyo.
Yeah.
Shout out Moyo. This
Yeah.
studio is a madness.
Crazy.
I'm saying.
Crazy.
Shout out
Yeah,
Moyo,
yeah.
man. Big love with the whole coming
Yeah,
through.
you know what I'm saying? I'm
the connect.
outside.
We in the
Outside
Bronx.
with
We
it.
in New York City,
Damn,
baby.
with the dots,
Come
with
on,
the
Dan.
socks.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
To the vest,
And
to
good
the-
night.
Ooh.
Fashion and Tings podcast.